All right, we are in there. Let's see here. We got our Instagram folks going. Let's make sure. Hang on one second. Is this thing going? I can't even tell. All right, hang on a second. There we go. Yeah. All right. Now we good. All right. So we're in here. Uh, just waiting for some folks to join me. Um, hey, Brother Tony McNeil. Yes, sir. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. All right. Um, and so far you're the first one. um, and I'm trying to see. We're going live here on both YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook all at the same time. So it's all good. Yes, sir. Good to see you. Uh, so now are you in you still teaching like in Texas or I know you had like a couple of things going on. You were teaching in Texas, you were playing for the church in New York and a couple of other things, right? Is that what was going on? I couldn't remember. Um, But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you're up to, and we want to celebrate you. Because you contributed. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. South Carolina. I was just there. We just went down there last week to WGGS. There's a the station in Taylors, which is near Greenville, South Carolina, and we were on a show called Nightline. It's a Christian TV show down there. Just last week, last Monday. So yeah, that's great. Is it a church down there? You minister in a church down there? hmm Teaching music at Clinton College in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Well, all right, sir. That's wonderful. Well, congratulations on doing that. That is fantastic. You are a great contributor to, just the music community in general. And you got a lot of people who greatly respect you, sir. So more power to you. All right. My wife, Reverend Makiba, has joined me on the line. Hello, my dear. Always good to see you here. And you know, we've got a lot of things to talk about. I just want to kind of get a couple more people in here so we can start talking. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Well, absolutely, absolutely. Keep on keeping on. Now, did you hear about my album already, uh, Dr. Tony? Because if not, I would love to let you hear it and give me some feedback. It's called Jazz in the Spirit, and it came out on Juneteenth. And I know you're a big history person, so you know about that. Um, and it's been going well so far. So I hope that you have an opportunity to check it out. It's You can visit www.jazzinthespirit.com to hear about it, or it's on all the digital outlets on iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify, any of those. Uh huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, please, by all means, check it out. Yes, I definitely appreciate some feedback from a professional. All right. David, what's up, dude? All right. Mr. David Langford is in the house. All right. Davita, hey, darling. Yeah, so we got some more folks coming in. Uh-huh. So, Mr. David, what you up to out there? You doing all right? That's another Brother Tony. I don't know if you ever heard of David Langford, but he is an outstanding pianist, a former student of mine from a long time ago when he was a little dude, and he has just exploded on the scene from there, and he's gone through Berkeley and all that stuff, and he and his brother Gerald are are both very talented. Gerald plays bass and guitar and stuff, and David plays keys, but they're both extremely talented, and you should definitely check them out. Yeah. So, Mr. Vito, what's going on? You doing all right? And how are those wonderful youngins doing? They're okay too? Yeah. Let me see here. Anybody else here? Come on. Not yet. Okay. That's cool. You do it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Keep making those wonderful little, how do you call it? The Leah Simone designs? Is that how you call it? Um, yeah, she's got a thriving business going on. Oh, excellent. 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 All right. That's good. That's good. All right. So, I know that not everybody who joins in makes comments. I've learned that before because some people, made comments about the video. Oh, yeah, you go, Leah Simone Designs. All right, so listen, quick commercial for my sister Davita. She's got a nice little kind of knitting business going on. Leah Simone Designs, LeahSimone Designs. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can see it in the chat. If you're on Instagram, just check her out. But yeah, she's got some nice stuff that she does. And crocheting, thank you. Yeah, there we go. I couldn't think of the word. She's real good with her hands. It's so so check her out. Support, another business that's doing well. We gotta support each other, y'all. Because I'm gonna tell you, this independent hustle thing is no joke. So ask me how I know. But what I was going to say before is just there are some people who don't necessarily make comments, but they watch the video. And I want to make sure that I say hi to them and thank them for being on the line and checking us out as well. So let me start with what I was going to say, and then others can, as they join the broadcast already in progress, they can tune in. First, for anybody who does not know me, my name is Richard DeBrew Jr. I am an independent gospel jazz artist. I play the saxophone and piano primarily, but I also play some other things. I write songs and write and arrange. And I just released an album called Jazz in the Spirit on Juneteenth, 2020. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, that's June 19th, which is a day in our history when the folks who were still enslaved, 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was ratified in 1863, they didn't get the word until 1865. So in 1865, those folks in Galveston, Texas, finally got the word that slavery had been abolished in all of the states of the Union. And so that was a day of great celebration, which they continue to today. And so I thought it would be significant to release an album on that day because this album has been a long, long time coming too. And and when it was finally released, it was a joyous celebration too. I have the video of the CD release on all these outlets. It's on all three of these: YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. If you want to check it out, and we even had an after party too, so that was kind of fun. But the album is doing well. This is about 4 months in, and so I'm just actively in the process of promoting the album and letting everybody know about it. So if you have not checked it out, it's at www.jazzinthespirit.com. You can visit that website to purchase the physical CD. And you can also download it on iTunes, on Apple Music, on Amazon, on YouTube Music, on Spotify. You can stream it. It's on all of those things. Every digital outlet there is, it's on there. So You can do that. I definitely appreciate your support. But the other thing that I want to do and that I'm actively trying to do is to build a network of supporters, people who have an interest in this type of music specifically, and also people who are interested in making a positive difference in the world. Does that sound good to y'all? Could we use some more people making a positive difference in the world? I sure think so. So that's where you all come in. Because here's the thing, I am looking for you all's help, getting in on the ground floor of this. So those of you that have been supportive up till now, I thank you so, so much. And I want you to take the next step. Word of mouth is still the most powerful way. It's more powerful than radio. It's more powerful than television. Social media is kind of almost like a type of word of mouth, but just the actual personal interaction is still the most powerful way to reach people. So that's what I'm looking for. Looking for people who will help me and join in this journey with me because, one, I need your support, but also I'm looking for something much bigger. People who know me know that I'm a visionary person. And so my concept for this whole thing is beyond just me. What I'm looking for is to actually create a track record of sales that can verify to the industry that this niche style of music, which we call gospel jazz, actually has a market that can be verified, that can be tracked. So in order to do that, y'all know, money talks and all the other stuff walks, right? So my goal, and I'm just going to put this out there on the internet, and once you put it out there, you're accountable. But my goal is to generate approximately 10,000 units of sales in the course of a year. And I know that's super ambitious, and some folks are going to tell me, no, there's no way you can do that. Maybe not. But hey, Elder Joseph Thompson, yes, sir. How are you doing, sir? Good to see you. Another former student doing extremely well right now. And my cousin Christina, way out there in Washington. How are you doing, my dear? Good to see you too. Yeah. The money is what drives the industry. We already know that, right? Is that Deborah? Hey, how are you doing? If you want to be able to have a gospel jazz radio station, if you want to be able to have a venue that specializes in gospel jazz, if you want to be able to have tours that specialize in gospel jazz, or a festival that specializes in gospel jazz. All those things are possible. But what they all need is supporters. And here's the thing, y'all. I'm going to just put y'all on right quick. I'm pretty sure all of you have heard of Kirk Whalum. He's a Grammy Award-winning saxophonist, tremendous guy. I look up to him a lot. But listen, even Kirk Whalum has trouble doing just gospel jazz, okay? And how do I know? Because he has this series called The Gospel According to Jazz. There's up to album number 4. I've been following him, since he's his first one. And even with that, you've probably heard of the Blue Note. This is one of the biggest jazz clubs in New York City. When he goes there, he only does that once a year, for Christmas. Like, you don't see The Gospel According to Jazz by Kirk Whalum at the Blue Note during the in May or in the summer or something like that. So even he, as big as he is, has trouble generating this music, in the public eye like that. I'm sure he does lots of tours, and all his albums he's recorded live, so they've had lots of audiences. But what I'm saying is, this music is still bubbling underground. And unfortunately, artists, like some of the ones we got on the line, tremendous, tremendous artists, are not getting the industry recognition that they really deserve, because we're listening to everybody, you know, all of this here, and that's all right, but that's not the only music that's out there. And quite honestly, that's not the music that really speaks to me. This music speaks to me. So, and I believe that it speaks to you too. I think that's why you're on here. Um, so I need your help. I need your help, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing these kinds of things. It is a lot of work. And those of you, Dave, I don't know if you got a project coming out or whatever. If you do get ready. But I want you to know I will support you 100%. And, if you want to put something out, you've been grinding a long time, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. Dr. Tony, listen, you have, I'm sure, had lots of great students that you've mentored and taught over the years, and great choirs. If they've got projects along these lines that you want to put out there and something innovative, from your vast catalog, let us know. Come on out there. Elder Joe, I love the way you play, by the way. If I haven't, I'm gonna say that publicly, dude. I mean, I was teaching him when he was a little shorter than me, and now he's like 6 foot whatever. And a powerful preacher, an anointed man of God, and he is a wonderful, wonderful musician as well. And he inspires lots of people. And Joe, I'm so, so proud of you. And I know your mom is. I know your dad would be. All of us that knew you were super, super proud of you. Um, if you've got something musical coming out, or your church or something like that, let me know, because I'm trying to get a movement going, y'all. I'm just be honest. I'm trying to get something going that's beyond just, okay, I put an album out, y'all buy my album. No, that's fine. But really, what I'd like to do is to get a whole genre started, and I'm not saying it starts with me. It's already been out there for centuries, but what I mean is moving it further into the limelight and galvanizing all the different people that listen to this music. That's one of the things I've always said, that jazz in the spirit brings people together, and it helps to create community by combining people of different, diverse styles and tastes. Say, for example, we've got some folks who are strong, hardcore jazz listeners. And even inside of that, some of them really like straight ahead, not so much into the smooth. Some of them really like smooth. Well, I do both, right? And then on the gospel side, you got some folks who like more of the traditional sound. You got some folks who like more of the contemporary sound. I do both. I play in church. So you got to do all of it. But I feel like for too long, the industry has pigeonholed us and said, well, you can only do this. You have to specialize in this and specialize in that. Just like when I was at Berkeley, they used to tell me, you can only play one instrument and specialize in that and just be the best at that. And I tried. I was trying to, they said, oh, declare it a principal instrument. So I declared the saxophone, the alto saxophone, as my principal instrument. But here's the thing, the piano was paying my rent. You know what I'm saying? So and that's what got me my jobs of playing for church. I've always been a piano player at church. And also when I went on tour, it was really as a piano player and musical director. And I just worked the saxophone into it. So, so what I'm saying is that this is 2020, y'all. It's time for us to create some new things, break some new ground. And you all, I'm very, very excited that you all are on board here, that you've taken the time out of your schedule to come and talk to me and hear me out on this. And I could really use you all's help in your various spheres of influence to help put this word out, to help, kind of break the mold of what the industry, because right now the industry is just kind of like holding all the cards. And so whatever they put out there on the airwaves, that's what we feel like we have to consume. But Brother Chokon from Minnesota, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I feel like this is a high time for the independent artist. Um, if we can be savvy enough to create opportunities for ourselves and it takes more time, but to build our infrastructure from the ground up. So that's the reason why you guys are so important. You know what I'm saying? And I want to hear from you. I want to know specifically what's going on with you, and I want you to hear what's going on with me because look, we all trying to rise. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and that's really more of the biblical principle, the African principle, as opposed to the Western European principle. It's about us helping each other as opposed to us competing against each other for a slice of the pie. You understand? That's what I'm about. I'm not here to compete with anybody because you know what? What the Lord gave me is what the Lord gave me, and that's it. And so I celebrate each and every one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not somebody who hates on somebody else's success. I celebrate it because you know what? For real, there's room for each and every one of us. If we believe that each and every one of us was made in the image of the Creator, then each and every one of us has a special job and a special assignment, and it's not in conflict with anybody else. That's what the world has trouble understanding. It feels like, if I do mine, then I have to go past you. And I think that's just backwards. I think that's backwards because when I succeed, I can help you, or when you succeed, you can help me if you're willing to, you know? So yeah, it's a little philosophical, but like I said, it's much more than just an album. This is a project, So I'm hoping that you all will partner with me in this journey, in this project, to help it become a success. I've already shared my vision for what I'd like to do with it. For those of you that weren't on yet, I'm going for 10,000 units in 1 year. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm putting it out there. So I can't do it by myself, but that's what I'm trying to do. All right. And the reason is, of course, it helps and make money. This is what I do for a living. Got to pay up them school loans. But but really, it's to share with the industry that there is a documentable, verifiable market for this music. And that's what I want to do. So to that end, hey, Ma, how you doing? To that end, we've got this week, I told y'all I was going to be talking about this week. We've got, for the first time, a social media campaign. We've got, on Monday, we've got our little video clips. Some of you have seen it. It's called Movie Mondays, all right? So it's just little clips of some memorable moments in the history of Jazz in the Spirit or various things that I've done over the years. So check that out on Mondays. And then on Tuesdays, we're here, right here. This is what we call a Tuesday Talk. So it's open-ended. It's kind of informal, laid back. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you all are up to. I want to update you on a weekly basis on what's going on with the project and so on. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to have what we call Wednesday Afternoons because I have a song on the album called Wednesday Afternoon because it was written on a Wednesday. So Wednesday Afternoons is talking about what's going on in the media and the press specifically. So that will be a post that you can just read whenever you get time, but I'll post it in the afternoons on Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays is what I call Thursday Perks. Okay, and Thursday Perks, that's when I'm going to kind of put on my salesman hat, all right, which those of you that know me, a long time, sales is new territory for me, but, it is what it is. You don't move units if you don't go actively as a salesman. So, but I could use you all's help with that. Some of you are much more experienced with sales than I am, and so you give me ideas. But I'm going to be doing various types of promotions and incentives designed at pushing those sales and help me getting towards those goals. On Fridays, you've already seen, some of you have seen the broadcast that I do every other week called Friday Night Inspiration. So that's going to continue. So we don't have one this week. We're going to have one the following week. But in the meantime, on the off weeks, I'll probably put up some messages and you all can check out some of the previous episodes if you haven't seen them, because we've been doing it now every other week since April. So there's quite a few of them on there. Then on Saturdays, okay, we're going to do what we call Saturday Sentiments, okay? And Saturday Sentiments is where I just speak from my heart about issues that are going on, that are of importance to me, and I would certainly love to hear about them from you. Y'all know, many of you know, I'm a really deep thinker, and I'm kind of like, like I said, I'm visionary, a philosopher, all that kind of stuff. And I want to talk about the vision of Jazz in the Spirit and how it manifests itself. For example, one of the things that I've said for many years is that, this is music that helps to create community, to make a positive difference in the world. And so there's a song that I do called Only Want to Serve You, in which I'm always emphasizing not only the vertical relationship of serving the Lord, but also serving each and every one. So I'm looking for stories of people who are making a difference in whatever the sphere of influence that you're in. So if you've got stuff that you're doing, I want to know about it, and I want to publicize it, and I want to encourage other people to go and do likewise. Because you know what? When we do that, I feel like that's a true countermeasure against so much of the negativity that we're force-fed on the regular. Y'all know what I mean? So that's the schedule. So we got the movie Mondays, we got the Tuesday talk, we got the Wednesday afternoons, we got the Thursday perks, Friday night inspiration every other week, and we've got the Saturday sentiments. And, on Sunday, the Lord rested. So I'm going to go ahead and rest too. But also, I have church on Sunday mornings. And so, listen, while I'm at it, Fourth Baptist Church, I'm the minister of music there. I just started in January this year. We have a Zoom broadcast that we do every Sunday starting at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And listen, if you all are not, involved with your own ministries, or if you want to come visit one Sunday, just come on. I'll post the information. I don't expect you to remember it from now till then. But just remember that I have an online church service that I participate in, and I would love to have you just join us. Fellowship, it's just church. It's just online, But we have a good time, and I'm obviously responsible for the music. So I'd love to have y'all on there. And then on Monday, it starts all over again. So that's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of stuff going on. But I think that this will generate results. And I have to give a shout out to my publicist, Miss Andrea Renee Williams. She's a wonderful, wonderful publicist. She's a writer. She is also a singer. She's a Berkeley alum. She did much better there than I did. She graduated summa cum laude, so she's awesome. But she has really been the brains behind a lot of the publicity that I've gotten thus far, and she is worth her weight in gold. Those of you who are artists, if you need somebody to help push your thing out there, hit her up. She's a Facebook friend. She is also she's an Instagram friend and all that stuff. So check her out, Andrea Renee Rene Williams, and so I think she just got a single out too. I think it's called "Who Can I Run To," and so check her out. Again, support each other. I tell her all the time, let's rise together, because in so doing, ultimately, well, first of all, God gets the glory. That's the most important thing. But ultimately, when we rise together, then we all succeed. You understand? And it's different than just me trying to get my little piece of the pie. Man, forget about that. That's what the world wants us to do. But there's a better way. In fact, Scripture calls it a more excellent way. What is it called? Love. You know what I'm saying? So that's behind all of this. Love each other as yourself. That's what the Scripture says. And so that's really behind Jazz in the Spirit and all that I'm trying to do, to demonstrate to this world a more excellent way, for real and for true. So anyway, I got some more stuff to say, but I'm gonna just pause for a minute because I want to hear from you all. Brother Chaka, this is if everybody hasn't heard of him, this is Brother Chaka Richards. His family, I want to say, is it Liberia? I don't want to mess up. I'm pretty sure it's Liberia, but he's living in Minnesota now. He's a psalmist and a songwriter. He's got an album out, and I was very grateful that he hosted me coming all the way out to Minnesota for the very first time, fortunately, when it was warm. And I was at a concert there when he did his album release, as well as he had special guest Darnell. Oh gosh, what's the guy's name? I can't think of it. You could put that in the chat there. But, Darnell Davis, I believe. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful songwriter, musician, choir director. It was him. And I was also doing some of my Jazz in the Spirit repertoire. It was a great concert, very worshipful. So check him out, Brother Charcon Richards. He's got a project that's out there as well. And let's see, what did he say? One of my philosophies is learn all you can, because you don't know which one will take you to your zenith in life. Oh, that's good. I like that, sir. That's what's up. Okay, thank you for that. And it is doable. Yes, yes. Darnell Davis, that's right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So listen, we got Minnesota in the house, y'all. I hope your family's doing well. And please tell them hello for me. I got my mom on the line, who has just been, an ardent supporter from day one. And I'm pretty sure, yep, she said Daddy and I are on. So my dad is on there too. That's where I got my name from. I'm Richard Jr., he's Richard Sr. And, there's a Richard III now too, although he likes to go by Rick. So if anybody was ever wondering why I always am so adamant about putting the junior in my name, it's because there are now three of us. So I wanted to be clear. And we've all done stuff kind of in the public eye in different ways. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Now let me see. Who else do I see on here? Is that Deborah? I want to say, let's see, DF Cole 6. I think that's Deborah from New York. I hope that's you. If that is, can you just holler at me right quick? I just want to make sure that's you. And of course, Elder Joseph, I hope that your ministry is going well. What's been going on with you ministry wise? Have you been doing some new and exciting things lately? Just hit me back and let me know. And of course, Dr. Tony McNeil, for those of you that didn't hear before, wonderful, wonderful musical instructor, musical director, minister of music par excellence. He was the former musical director at Ebenezer, the prestigious and historic Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia, where Dr. Martin Luther King was known for preaching. That was his church. He's also been a professor at various universities, and I believe he was also was it Fifth Avenue? There was some prestigious church in New York, in Manhattan, and he was also ministering there. So we're definitely glad to have him here. Yes, it's Wanda's other sister. Excellent. Deborah, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad that you're here. We're just having a good time. Let me know. And now, Deborah, I'm assuming that you've heard of this CD because Wanda is on it and she's singing the heck out of that song, I Am. So please let me know if you've heard that. And if you haven't, by all means, go check it out because your girl is on there doing her thing. We have a song on there called I Am that has the flavor of the motherland because y'all know I was a ethnomusicology major. So I like the music of the world. I like to experiment with different styles, especially from the African diaspora and the continent, you know. So this song I Am was based on Exodus 3, you want to call it Moses sending forth, you know, when the Lord told him, listen, I want you to go and talk to the children of Israel and tell them, listen, you know, tell the Pharaoh, you got to let my people go. And in Moses, he was like, okay, Lord, but if I do, what should I say? Who should I tell them that sent me? And the Lord said, tell them I am sent you. You know what I mean? And I am has sent me. And so it's just like, it was an existential moment because what he was saying is like all of existence, the creator of everything that is, has sent you. So y'all better know that if I am has sent you, then it's going to happen. So the song, it's a song of praise. It's a joyous song. It's a happy song. No saxophone on that one. I'm just playing piano. But we have Reverend Dr. Michael Ojawale from Nigeria, who's doing the spoken word in the beginning, and he sounds awesome. We have my dear friend, the Queen, Wanda, Left Witch Branch, doing the lead vocal, and we've got some wonderful singers who are the choir on that, as well as some great musicians who I'll give shout outs to at various times. Well, actually, Davida, his husband, Sticks Bones, he was the drummer on most of that album. And he's another artist and producer that's out there. He's got a lot of great music out there. So check out Sticks Bones. Pretty sure he's got a website, sticksbones.com or something like that. But it's not a hard name to figure out. Stixbones. One of my best friends in the world, my brother from another mother. So go check him out and, support him, because he's playing drums on almost all of that album. And he and I did an album together a few years back called Groove Like This, which is like one of those, getting the thing together, grooving kind of albums. And, so that was a fun thing. We think we did that in 06. But it's a great album. He got a lot of radio airplay and all that stuff, but I really still don't feel like enough people heard it that should. So we can bring new life to it. Once again, supporting each other and helping each other to rise. The scripture says, one can chase 1,000, but two can chase 10,000. So just with the people that are on these social media platforms right now, how many do you think we could chase? You know what I'm saying? So don't underestimate the power of a few. Remember the story of Gideon, when there was an army of 3,000, the Lord was just like, no, that's still too many. No, I need you to, go to look and see who's going to lap up the water like a dog. Those are the ones that I need you to get. And it was only about 300 of them. So with 300, they went up against our whole army and won. So the same thing is possible in this industry. Okay. Folks who are getting their preach on, they would say, I declare and decree, it can happen though. It can truly, truly happen. We just have to be determined. We have to have a made up mind about it. And we just have to believe. But I mean, what is faith but believing what you can't see, right? It's not here yet. But if we believe it like it is, then eventually it's going to come to pass if it's of God, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, real talk. It can really happen. So again, I thank you guys for being on here. I'm going to take a little sip of my thing, but while I'm doing this, everything is marketing, right? So this is my little cup that my mom got me a while ago. Instagram folks, it might look backwards, but it says, "It Had to Be You." And that's a song that I wrote some years ago. And it was actually when the let's see, not my graduating class, but the graduating class after me at Brown University wanted to have the seniors wanted to have a song that they could do as sort of their celebration from the gospel choir and stuff for graduating. And I wrote that song based on my college experience. And I was able to present it at the New Music Seminar at the Gospel Music Workshop of America, which I attend most years. And we did that song one year. And my mom came, and she came down from Maryland to check us out. I think we were in Atlanta or something. I can't remember exactly where we were. But wherever we was, she found her way there. And no, it was DC. It was DC. That's right. And she came down, and she was there with us, and it was just so special to have my mom in the audience. And people greeted her so warmly. The folks from the Richmond chapter GMWA that I'm involved with, they greeted her and were just telling her about me, and so it was an awesome experience. So this is my little souvenir, you know what I mean? And I look back reflectively at what it took to put this CD out, and I say, you know what, Lord, it had to be you. You know what I'm saying? Because real talk, it took 21 years, y'all. 21 years for me to put this CD out. So, I mean, it's just, that's nothing but the Lord. So I'm grateful, So every time I take a sip, it's a reminder of all that. So listen, there's something else I want to share with you. I'm going to put it in the chat for the Facebook and YouTube folks and Instagram folks. If you can write it, it might be easier than me trying to. I'm going to see if I can write it too. But let me see. So it's www.jazzradionetwork, jazzradionetwork.com, and it's / gospel jazz radio. So let me see if I can get this right on the gram. Gospel. So gospel dash jazz dash radio. So it's kind of like an old school way of writing names, but I'm gonna put that there in the chat for you all as well, so that you can see it. Because why I say that is a radio station right now that's only online. But if you go and check that out, if I had a radio station that I could design from the ground up, that would basically be it. Why do I say that? Because they cover a very broad spectrum of the music that we know today as gospel jazz. So you'll hear straight ahead stuff with, the upright bass and acoustic piano and all that kind of stuff, the sort of traditional jazz sound. You'll hear the smooth jazz sound with the electric piano and the electric instruments and stuff. You'll hear vocal jazz, think, everything from Ella Fitzgerald to Sarah Vaughan to Diane Reeves to all those folks. You hear that kind of stuff. You'll hear what we call instrumental gospel, which is sort of like gospel singing, but just with instruments. You'll hear some of the hottest stuff that's out there. You'll hear Take Six. You hear Kirk Whalum. You'll hear, Ben Tankard, who was one of the pioneers in gospel jazz. You'll hear so many. It's such a broad spectrum, and there's not a lot. It's not a lot of talking. You don't have a lot of commercials and all that stuff. It's just music. So what I would love to do is to have that station appear on satellite radio. Just imagine, because I don't know how many of you have satellite radio, but it's out there, and a lot of people have it because they don't have commercials. You can have it in your car, you can have it on your phone, So with all of the other satellite radio stations that are out there, why not have, because there's plenty of space, why not have one more that specializes in this niche genre? I mean, you could have they already got a Prince channel, they got a Michael Jackson channel, they got a Billy Joel channel, they got a, Grateful Dead channel, all these other things. And there's a gospel channel, I think it's Kirk Franklin's Praise. There's a smooth jazz channel called Watercolors, and there's a straight ahead channel called Real Jazz. And I listen to all three, but none of them really covers gospel jazz in the way that I do it, or the way that lots of other people would do it. So I have yet to hear any of, say for example, I have yet to hear any of Kirk Whalum's Gospel According to Jazz on any of those things, except maybe the one song, Falling in Love with Jesus, that he did that was super popular. But why? Because it's singing. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like these kinds of things can, if the supporters ask for it, you understand? So this is again where you all come in. So if you contact these stations, the program directors and the people who run Sirius XM and whatever the other ones are, contact them and say, listen, I am a listener. I've been a listener. I've been a subscriber for some so amount of time. I want a gospel jazz channel, and put your money where your mouth is and say, listen, if you put this up, I'm going to tell other people to support this. You understand? So we can use our economic power and leverage to create the kind of positive change that we want to see. We don't have to just accept what's given to us. We can demand, like, listen, I want to see this. And then just imagine if you do that, then some of these other artists that you never get to see, who have wonderful, wonderful projects out, then they'll have a place to go, a home where you can hear their music on the regular. Because right now, it's so hard. It's so hard to hear this stuff. And, Brother Tony, classic example. You hadn't heard of the album, right? It's been on several radio stations, but probably just not any of the ones near you. And that's the problem. That is exactly the problem. So this is what we have to change, y'all. But I really believe that we can. And I don't know if you came on at, expecting to hear all of this, but you're here. So, so you're hearing it. And I'll say it again. I'll say it over and over again. And I'll probably post it on social media and all this other stuff. But, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when we can do that. So let me just take a look. I got a couple more notes, and I want to make sure, because I know Instagram cuts you off right at an hour, and I didn't even think I'd be talking this long. But see, y'all got me excited. Let me look at my little notes here. So all right, I already told you that we're going for a goal of 10,000 units. So we're talking CDs, we're talking about downloads, we're talking about Spotify streams, we're talking about, just any way that the music can be consumed. We want to do 10,000 of those that's documentable within 1 year. So the album was released June 19th, 2019. So by June 18th, 2021, I'm wrong. Lord have mercy. June 19th, 2020. Let's get that right. So it was released June 19th, 2020. So by June 18th of 2021, we want to have this goal met so that we can march into these places and say, yo, look, I'm not just talking. This is a verifiable, there are 10,000 plus people who have paid their good hard-earned money in a pandemic and a recession because they want this music to inspire and to lift them during this time. So I want you to put this on the air, And you know what? There's also those stations on cable. They're those music stations when you click through. we could put them on one of those too. There's no reason why we couldn't. And then if you have radio stations that are willing to do that, then pretty soon you'll have venues that are willing to do that. I have there's a place that I used to play in New York. It was called the Up Over Jazz Cafe, one of the most popular jazz cafes in Brooklyn. And he took a chance on me and allowed me to bring my music, my special music, there on his Sunday afternoons. We also had a place in Richmond, it's closed now, called the Milestone Restaurant and Jazz Lounge. They gave me a regular spot every week. You know how they have like gospel brunches in different places? Well, this was like a gospel jazz kind of afternoon thing. So at my old church in New York, Concord, we had a gospel jazz vespers that we did. And not unlike the one that they do in Manhattan, that's the famous St. Peter's Jazz Vespers, but this one was specifically gospel jazz. So it was music with the sermon was the music. Okay, so we've been at this for a minute, but I'm energized by the momentum of the album, and so so as this whole this momentum of this project is going, I think it's important to go ahead and follow through and ask ask these folks in the radio stations, the TV stations, the venues, tell them, listen, this is stuff that I want to see as a consumer. And when you do it, we're going to bring our people here. And if you don't do it, we won't bring our people here. You know what I'm saying? Use the power and the leverage that you have. So that's one of the things. And then also like I said, this week we're doing our social media campaign, and I want you all to send me messages. You can send me an email at info@jazzinthespirit.com. I'll say it again, info@jazzinthespirit.com, and you can let me know what you think about the different songs, feedback, etc. There are a few people that have been, very supportive thus far. I thank them, by name. I know we have on Facebook, we have Miss Leatrice Allen out there in New Mexico. She's been one of the top fans on my Facebook page. We have Miss Lois out there. I can't remember where it is she's coming from, but Miss Lois. We have Miss Sandra Persad. She's been at all of my Friday Night Inspiration programs. We got Miss Wilma Edmonds. She's from my church. She's been one of my top supporters as well. One of my musical mentors, Mr. Philip Bingham from Concord Baptist Church in New York. Of course, my family, my wife, my parents, my son, who is an excellent bass player as well as a rising football player at East Carolina University. Woohoo! And my brother Sticks Bones, his wife Davita, their family is just they're wonderful supporters, and they're very near and dear to me. Mom Laverne, and she's what you call my mother in love, but she pretty much raised me too, so she's my mom too. Miss Andrea Renee Williams, who of course is she's my publicist, who's done an outstanding job. Miss Corinne Corbett, she's got an awesome podcast right now called Visible Women with my sister, and she's got another one that I can't remember the name of right now, but tremendous supporter. My daughters, Nayoka and Tara, I don't know if they're on watching now, but I want to give them a special shout out. And then, of course, church families, Fourth Baptist right now, Second Baptist, Concord, all the different churches where I've, had the privilege of working and ministering. Thank you all so much. And we're gonna do this again. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing an hour every Tuesday because this, but obviously I had a lot to say the first time. But y'all, I thank you for joining in, and I'm going to sign off because I want to make sure that I don't cut anybody off on Instagram. And this will be up, so you can let other people see it. Tomorrow, check maybe around, I say maybe about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna put up my Wednesday afternoons post. And I want you all to check that out. And of course, yeah, I told you all about the Thursday and Friday and Saturday and so on. But y'all be blessed, be safe, wear your masks, vote if you haven't already. Take good care of yourself. Do something for somebody else, that will be a blessing, not just to yourself, but to them. And in so doing, you will be blessed as well. Real talk. Okay. And some of you are already doing it and have already been doing it for many years. And I appreciate you. So, so thank you all. Thank you all again. And I'm going to go ahead and get going. Oh, wait a minute. Quick little thing. This sweatshirt I have from Paris. This was from when I went to Paris with a group called J. Crew and Jay Tucker and the Crew Band. We were celebrating a young man, Chris Likas, who was a rising basketball star. Even though he's 5'7", he's lightning fast. I think he got a scholarship for at the University of Miami. But it was awesome being able to go there with them and to celebrate there in Paris for a week and only have to play one time. It was awesome. It was awesome. But I thank them. Thank Jay, wonderful musician. He plays trumpet as well as bass, and he's got an event band. So, I'm all about supporting, and I'm all about just, letting us all rise together. So let us go and do likewise. All right. Thank you all again for joining us. Let's see. Oh, Wanda, my mom said Wanda lays the song, I am all out with a tongue from the motherland, as well as the USA. Thanks, Mom. All right, so that's awesome. But thank you guys again. And so hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the Wednesday afternoons. It's not going to be live. I'll just post. But check it out. Keep checking because Jazz in the Spirit, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff coming up. And again, I told you what the goal is. So if y'all can help me out, I would really appreciate it. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And we'll see you next time. All right. God bless y'all and have a good night. All right, Instagram folks, I'm going to say bye to y'all first. All right. I'll see you later. And then, yep. And then Facebook and YouTube folks, I'll see y'all. Love you so much. Y'all take care.